it's the bond you get with other cosplayers.
It's just everyone who's passionate about what they like.
The manager of the Royal Bank of Scotland and the hairdresser of Deadpool or Spider-Man or whatever. It's an amazing place.
I feel like people understand me, you know?
Like, be able to dress up like a true nerd. No one really cares, everyone's the same.
I think this is another good driving force in proving that playing video games isn't something that you just do on your own. They go out to this event, they hang out, they make friends, they play games together, and they become a community. I stream Hearthstone to Twitch TV. I've always loved entertaining. When I was young, I used to like to act and make people laugh and smile. I started playing way too much Hearthstone to the point where I felt like it was quite an unhealthy addiction. I was watching other people create Hearthstone content online and thought to myself, hey, that's something I could do. I would enjoy doing that. I would enjoy playing this game that I love and doing the thing that I love, which is entertaining.
I make videos on YouTube, kind of like a Mythbuster type thing of Pokemon. How hot is a Charizard's flame, you know? Would a Pokemon kill you? That kind of thing. I've heard it described that the urge to create is like a knot in your stomach, and the moment you have sort of functional output, the moment you put something into the world, dissipates. And that's what it feels like for me sometimes, you know? I want to do things, and it doesn't really matter if they're going anywhere, it doesn't really matter if, you know, it's got a direction, I just do it.
When I was, I guess, 15 or 16, I joined a group of friends who made their own YouTube channel, and me and Toby would have our own segment of it. We were the Geek Corner.
Daniel is my bestest friend in the whole wide world.
I think there's the distinction you make, especially when you get older and more experienced, and when you have just a better knowledge about kind of doing this for fun and doing it professionally, and now I'm definitely trying to do this professionally. I think the main difference between my work and Toby's work, and Twitch and YouTube in general, is that they become kind of part of your life. Whereas Toby's work, he reaches a lot more people. I would wager that nobody that watches him whatsoever know him anywhere near as well as the people that kind of have been watching me every day for the last year.
Hi, I'm Jason, I'm the art director at Halo Studios, and this is...
Jamie, I'm the community manager. This is Terratone.
Yes.
Basically, the idea is you are an intergalactic miner, and your mining vehicle is made up of blocks, sort of modules, and you fight off rival miners who are in vehicles also made up of blocks.
Brothers and sisters like playing games and stuff and like working it all out by themselves, and it's...
That's the best bit.
Get emotional!
It's really nice seeing them enjoy something that you sort of sweat over every day.
And really getting into it as well.
Yeah.
The community fantastic. They sit, they play, they have a chat to each other, they trash talk each other, and they all shake hands and go home at the end of it. The games I fell in love with were things like Legend of Zelda. These days I've gone very sort of competitive, so I play a lot of online CSGO. I like pitting myself against somebody else, and I get that good thrill out of that. It used to be about the narrative, now I'm about beating other people, yeah.
For me, it's probably just like the worlds that games can create. Like Dark Souls is one of my favourites, for example. Just so grim and like so much lore and depth to it.
It was just a way for me to ingest entertainment and stories that was just more interactive.
I'd agree with that as well.
I'm the owner of the Heart of Gaming video gaming venue in North Acton. Everybody in my generation at some point in their life said to themselves, I want to own an arcade. As soon as I kind of like was able to, I got a sort of job working and training as an amusement technician. I would like, after working all day on machines and servicing them, blah, 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 I would then sit there and wait for my friends to come down and play them with them.
Places like this really struggle to happen, and I think that's because to actually own this property and run it is very, very difficult. A lot of places that aren't Heart of Gaming, who don't have the kind of publicity Heart of Gaming does, would really struggle to place a foothold in London just because of the price of it. Like, you can't just like wave a wand and have an arcade. Like, it takes a lot of work and a lot of behind the scenes stuff to make stuff happen.
I think the thing that gaming is losing at the moment is the social aspect. So to have a place where like-minded people can come together is just amazing. Because obviously there's quite a few gaming bars, but they don't focus on gaming as much. They focus more on the alcohol aspects. Because we don't do any of that stuff, it's all about gaming. People come just to game. But when I met the owner, he said the reason he made this was because he was upset that gaming had just become, you know, speaking to your friends online. The most important thing about gaming is like the social aspect. You know, playing with your friends and meeting new people.
You're going to talk about the robbery, aren't you? That's okay. That's all right. Everybody does it. So I mean, that was that was arguably the most horrible morning that we've ever had here. You know, the realization of what happened, and all the staff who lived locally were like here within minutes. The guys were angry, the girls were tearful. It's what you'd expect. And it's like, well, once the police had been and dusted for fingerprints and everything, and it's like, well, how are they going to distinguish anybody's fingerprints? This is a video gaming venue, hands are everywhere. You know, it was just like, well, now's the time to kind of literally, we have to go and tell them on Facebook. We did, you know, and the community, a lot of them said, go and do a GoFundMe project, we'll put money in. And I was kind of loath to do that initially because I've always sort of felt that I don't want this place to sponge off people. If it's going to work, if it's actually going to carry on, it needs to basically be able to look after itself. And then, you know, some of the staff said to me, well, it's not really about your pride, it's basically about everyone else, and they were right. We did it, and we made the target back with extra money in 24 hours. Yeah, it was incredible. People care, and they cared enough to basically put their hand in their pocket, and that means they believe in it.
There are plenty of occasions where I've thought about giving up. And it's the kind of thing where I've never thought too seriously about it. But it's very easy, I think, to kind of have your confidence shaken when you feel like you're doing a really good job and then suddenly people stop watching you. And as long as I've got these people, these core viewers who I've kind of been building up over the year, as long as I've got them supporting me, then I'm never going to have a problem keeping going through the dark nights. I often get people thanking me for being there. They say that they're having a rough time and that just watching me kind of takes their mind off things and makes them feel better. Video games is on its way to becoming more mainstream. It's on its way to becoming more accepted. And I think something like the MAGS Video Game Society we've got at Ravensbourne is exactly the kind of thing that we need to have, and we should be encouraging at every university and every college and every place we can possibly have something like that. I think it's a really nice way of people who do play video games a lot to get together, play together, and have some fun.
Okay, let me shake your hands. Thank you, man. For being real. Come on up. You beat the reigning champion, you know? I run a society, a video game society at Ravensbourne. I like bringing people together. Essentially, that's what I want to do. That's why I run MAGS, is because I want people who feel isolated and alone, that they can find friends and people they can relate to and just enjoy life, really. I remember being like that myself, and I don't want it to be, I shouldn't feel like that. And I don't want it to be judged by other people and I don't want other people to make negative stereotypes about them, because that's sad. Showing to the world almost that, oh look, video gamers aren't just people sitting in basements, they're going out and socializing and engaging with each other. We have our great online presence, and then we have our physical presence as well, and in fact both of those things can combine together and they cross. And when those worlds cross, it's insane, and that's what's so much fun about it.
Sometimes I feel like the games here are actually just the backdrop for the social interaction that goes on. I don't think there should ever be a point where there isn't just somewhere to go for gaming other than your bedroom. It's great basically seeing a load of people crowded around one machine. It's just good to see people playing, not even competitively, just for fun against each other, you know?
I think we're all aiming to kind of make video games more accessible, more mainstream. We're trying to kind of support and encourage people to play games and play games together and accept that it is a positive thing.
And having that kind of common thing to talk about is a good way to start a friendship, I think.
I would say to people who haven't had a chance to experience the world of video games and its community, is just to give it a try.
But the fact that literally any one of these people here could probably just walk up to someone else and just engage in a conversation, because as we all know, we're all in the same place.
If my nana, who's like 76, and she can happily play Words with Friends or whatever, you know, if she can enjoy that, then I think anyone can find something and enjoy it.
Mingle with people. It's human nature. Like, you know, we all kind of crave companionship in different ways, shapes and form. Spend time with your friends.
All it's really about is just making cool stuff. Is also get other people encouraged to make more cool stuff, because there's not enough you can never have enough cool stuff. You know, it's pretty straightforward.
So just go out there and have fun and just, enjoy yourself and find something which appeals to you.